Whoa, the storms are coming in. Kids, get in the basement. Let's go, 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 go. Do you and your family have a plan as these summer storms come through your neighborhood? Don't get caught in the storm without a plan.
This is the Elegant Homes Podcast with your home improvement expert, Don Riley. Don gives you weekly tips on the biggest investment you'll ever make, your home. Plus, Don talks to industry's leading professionals to make your home elegant. The Elegant Homes Podcast with Don Riley is powered by Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky.
Welcome back to another episode of Elegant Homes. I'm your host, Don Riley, where we make every home elegant, one home at a time. Well, we did it. We are the champions. Arlington, Texas, Globe Life Field, Verb, everybody, all the stars were out. I'm telling you, it was a packed house, over 15,000 in the house for the celebrity softball game. And I want to thank you, sir. Tim Clun, you did an awesome job. I don't know how you do it, but every year you pull it through and you put everybody in one arena. And I'm telling you, this was a star-studded event. I just had a blast. And all the greats were out. We had Tommy Habib pitching softball from the plate. We had Phil Koch pitching. We had some of the biggest stars in National Baseball League, all the way to the NFL, to movies, to TV series. They were all there. So it was an honor to be there. We gave a house away again this year, which was really cool. And then, of course, Save the Brave donated a $10,000 check, which was really awesome. So a lot of cool stuff. And it's just always so much fun to go there and, of course, see what I call the family, and see all my friends and family. And I just really look forward to doing that every year. It's just such a great time. And, you know, we do this celebrity softball game to help these veterans. And, man, I'm telling you, it is such a good feeling when you step on that field. You know you're doing something good to help these men and women who give us everything on a daily basis. It's a very rewarding feeling. But there and foremost, I'm so excited that the red team won again. So it's awesome. We got another ring, and I'm just blown away. This year was just the red team just killed it. We did an awesome job. So red team, love you. See you next year, 2023, baby. And but anyway, so great time in Texas. And, you know, one of the things I like to talk about today for the show is I want to talk about storms. We've been having a lot of storms, a lot of tornadoes lately. And people just don't realize when these storms come to town, you know, they can just cause havoc to, you know, homes, businesses, neighborhoods. It just destroys everything, especially when a tornado just came through Goshen and just leveled a lot of homes and a lot of businesses. So I want to prepare you today how to button the house up or how to button the business up for a storm, right? First and foremost, if you know a storm's coming, you know, make sure you get anything out away from the surrounding of the house or the business that could damage, you know, garbage cans, anything that's loose outside. If you know a storm, get that stuff inside so it don't fly around and hit stuff. So, I mean, high winds can pick those garbage cans up and send them through windows. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. So I always try to get the patio furniture put up, chairs, those type of things. But also, you know, you have no control. If a tornado comes through your neighborhood or your business, you know, there's only so much you can do. And I tell people, if you can, you know, protect your windows and doors, always do that. But a lot of times, like Goshen situation, there was just no way that they were going to be able to do anything to prevent that storm from coming through and leveling houses. And you know, the other thing we talk about is the people who come through after those storms happen. And one of the things I never like to do is be the first guy in a storm. I'm first and foremost, we're not storm chasers, but you know, to go into a storm like that and start taking advantage of people when they're in their weakest and most vulnerable part of their life is not a good thing. And we don't like to do that. I like to let things kind of settle a little bit Now, if someone reaches out to us and asks for help, we're more than happy to go help, put a tarp on, do what we need to do if we need to help them anyway. But I don't like to be the first guy in. So be careful when these guys come around, they knock on your door or they show up at these storms, because they're here for one reason and one reason only, to make a buck and move on. You know, every time we do this show, we have a segment on our show called Hammer Time, and you love it. I love it. And we showcased some of these bad contractors out there, or people that aren't so good, that don't have good hearts. And, you know, when a storm happens like this, a lot of people are very vulnerable to these kind of people coming into their town and trying to make as much money as they can and rolling out. And I tell people, I don't like to go into these storms and be the first guy in, because those are the guys that are in there getting the bad reputations, because they're preying on these people like a tiger in the woods with a fresh steak. And they are coming in to get that steak. And I tell you, I just don't like that, because, you know, you and your family have just lost everything. If you lost your house or your business, this is not a time for somebody to come in and just take advantage of you, because you're very weak at this point. And, you know, so I like to go in after everybody's, you know, settled down and they've talked to their insurance, and, you know, let these storm chasers get out of there. And then we go in and give them a hand up, right? We help them out a little bit. And so anyway, in this part of our Hammer Time, I want you to know, be aware of these type of people. Look out for them. Do your due diligence. Make sure you study who they are, where they're from, if they're members of the Better Business Bureau, Angie's List, any of these things, because these guys are coming to town. They should be members of the Angie's List and Better Business Bureau. They should sign up for that when they come to town if they're a legitimate business. So don't get hammered on. Make sure that you and your family are not taken advantage of. Also, too, you know, one of the things I like to tell people in storms is you got to make a plan. So we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk all about the plan for you and your family to stay safe in the storm. I'm Don Riley. We'll be right back. You know something I love? I love talking about our friends at Marshall Chevrolet. My good buddy Rob Marshall and the gang out there, they are always so friendly and nice. When you go out there, I bought my personal 2020 Trail Boss for those guys, and they dressed that thing up, and I'm telling you, I love my truck. Love it, love it. But if you're looking at those Equinox, Chevy, maybe that new Camaro that you've always dreamed about, or maybe that new 2021 Corvette, they're all looking at those Corvettes now and thinking, I want one of those. He's got it there at Marshall Chevrolet. So stop out and see the gang there at Marshall Chevrolet. They are in Carrollton, Kentucky. And remember, make sure you tell them Don Riley from Elegant Homes Podcast sent you.
The Marshall Auto Group has grown into one of the largest dealer groups in the state of Kentucky, and we're right in your backyard. With locations in Dry Ridge, Crittenden, and Florence, we're convenient and easy to get to. Plus, we have hundreds of new and used vehicles priced to make it worth your drive. We're a family-run business, making us easy to deal with. Come see us. Marshall Dry Ridge Toyota, Marshall Chrysler Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Marshall Motors of Florence, and Marshall Power Sports. The Marshall Auto Group, easy to get to, easy to deal with.
Welcome back to Elegant Homes. I'm your host, Don Riley. We took a short break right there, and I'm telling you, we're talking all about, you know, storms and how these contractors come in and take advantage of people. But I want to talk about a plan. And, you know, most people don't have a plan for storms. I always say, you know, being a father of 4 young girls, I always say put yourself a plan together in case of a storm. Now, I don't have a particular book that we use, but my girls know if a storm hits, we fold the umbrella on the deck, and we shut all the blinds, pull down so glass, if something happened, glass wouldn't come in and cut everybody up, and then we go to the basement. So my girls already know that. So if there's a tornado, siren goes off, my girls are pulling the blinds down, they're shutting the umbrella on the porch, and they're going to the basement. So, and that's just what I've taught them. But I would say for you and your family, make a plan, script out your plan with your kids and let them know that if a tornado drill does happen, this is our plan, and let's work our plan. And it just keeps you and your family safe. You're not going to have to worry about someone getting hurt due to a tornado or a storm coming through. So we want to make sure you and your family stay safe this summer as we have some of these summer storms. And always, we're giving you great tips to help you and the family. So I'm Don Riley. This is Elegant Home Podcast, and we'll see you next time.